Here is my pre-lab for lab 3. So for part 1 of the Etch-a-Sketch, for my Arduino code, we have the baud rate at 9600 to start, and then in the loop function, we have 2 variables here that we are analog reading for the potentiometer values, and then we are sending those values to the serial port using the string here, and we have a small delay of 50 milliseconds in between each one. And the max value that this potentiometer could have for the serial monitor is 1023 because of the 10-bit ADC and the Arduino being 0 index. And then next for my processing code, I am reading those values over and I'm using 0.0 for my particular Arduino. And then in the void draw function, we are getting those values from the serial monitor, and then we are assigning variables of x and y to them. And then using this conversion here of multiplying by the width and dividing by 1024, we are displaying those values onto the display window accurately. And then for the fill function here, I am multiplying those values and assigning 2 more variables by 255 and dividing by the size of the display window to get a value because of the RGB scale being 0 to 255. And then finally, I have some if statements here to prevent the ellipse from going off the screen using an arbitrary value of W, which I have set to 10. And when I run my code, you can see that when I go down and to the right, it goes to white. And when I go up, it goes yellow. To the left, it goes black. And then down here, it goes blue. So for the oscilloscope portion, the Arduino code is the same as before, but with the processing code, I initialize a new variable time, and with each iteration through the loop, I am incrementing this time, and I'm setting the x variable equal to time now, and then with the y value being equal to the potentiometer value. And I have an if statement here that if x is greater than the width of the screen, or then we will reset that background to white to clear the values. You can see the oscilloscope here follows the potentiometer. Wires to some digital pins where I'm going to be moving back and forth from ground to power. And in my Arduino code, I basically just digital read these pins and I send that to processing, where I have some conditionals that if the pins are set to high, that the eraser moves. Now I will run my eraser code. You can see the image come up, and when I move one of the pins for the left, put that to high, see I erase. And I'll go down. And for the sake of time, I'm going to cut when it's almost done. So now as I near the finish, I'll finish erasing here. And then when I move up, that last block of yellow gets erased. And then we get red. And then you can see when I restart my code or rerun the code, the pad comes up again.